Hey everybody, it's me, Mrs. Young Jr., coming to you with a little video update on what I've been having going on. I know it has been so long, excuse my nails, it has been so long since I have made a video, but I have recently started a new channel with my family, and I really considered closing this YouTube channel down so that I could focus on the family channel, but I feel like that I should keep my personal page open so that I can really express myself on what I've been having going on in my life. I feel like a lot of my lack of consistency on social media, I feel like it's fear because of, me being overweight and things like that. Sometimes people can be very mean, very critical, don't really understand or know who you are, and so they tend to judge you prematurely. And I guess I just didn't want to deal with the stress of like the negative talking, the negativity and stuff like that. So I just kind of decided that I really didn't want to really put myself out there like that. But I feel like it's getting to the point in my life where I have to just not care about what other people think and just live for myself and do what I think is best for me. And having extra income is more important than what some of the negative people might say. And so I really feel like it stems from a lack of self-confidence with everything that I've been going through, which is things I'm pretty sure I will reveal over time. But a lot of you guys know what it's like to struggle with weight and weight loss and things like that. And so it does take a toll on your life. If you're a parent, it takes a toll on that aspect of your life. If you're married, it takes a toll on that aspect of your life. Just working, moving, breathing, walking up a flight of stairs, whatever. It's been really rough, and I've struggled a lot. And I think silent depression has played a role in a lot of the stuff that I am experiencing and a lot of the stuff that I have going on right now. And so I'm just, I need to work on self-care. That's what I've been focusing on. That's what I've been doing. And just trying to take better care of myself, trying to take better care of my skin, just trying to, like, if I can't take care of me, how can I expect to take care of anybody else? And my marriage is just being really rocky. And I lost my place back in November. Well, you can say I got evicted, but because I've known my landlord for so long, we only had 1 month left on our lease, so we were moving out anyway. We weren't going to renew. So I asked her if we just went ahead and moved out, cleaned up really good, and just signed a paper to pay her, would she still like go through with the court and evict us? She said no. So that was a blessing. And I pretty much told my husband that he needed to go stay with his mom, and me and my kids stayed at my friend's house. The kids that I helped him watch, his wife passed away a couple years ago, and so I've been kind of help co-parent, and so he allowed me to stay at his house. And then I would use my tax. I started tax class in October. I got evicted in November. I did my taxes at the beginning of February, end of January. I got my taxes back, and then I went to Alabama. I found a place that didn't care about your credit, because if you know anything about RVs and these places, like an RV is really considered it's a recreation vehicle, so it's really considered like a luxury item, not a necessity. So your income and your credit score has to be a certain number, or you don't really qualify to get it, and you have to have like a extremely high down payment. And so I didn't have all that. So I'm always researching and trying to find different ways to save money. So I found a place off Facebook in Alabama that pretty much down payment, Social Security card, ID, and you can get an RV. They are fixer-uppers, but mine was in really decent shape. I know I had to repair part of the floors. I had to fix a piece of the wall that kind of blew off, the outside wall that blew off on the way home, but in a leaky window. But that was pretty much it. And because it was a salvage RV, it didn't come with like the battery, the propane tanks, a lot of stuff that your RV would naturally come with, it didn't. And because it's a kind of tote-to-note place, they don't really have a lot of knowledge for RVs, so I just had to rely on my years of research and YouTube videos to help me navigate everything. And so we literally got our RV like February 28th or 29th, I'm sorry. The last day of February was because it's leap year this year. So February 29th, and then maybe a couple weeks in, like 2 weeks in, somebody in the neighborhood called codes about my RV, and I was told that I could only live in my RV for 14 days on someone's property. I could store it there, I could work on it there, but I couldn't live in it. And he gave me a warning and said he'd be back in 2 weeks. And let's see, he came on a Thursday and a Friday, and I wasn't there. But he said as long as there's no water hose plugged in and the power was not plugged to the house, that was enough proof to show that no one lived there. Hint, hint. And so that's what we did when we left. And long story short, 2 weeks, those 2 weeks went by, and by then they shut the whole state down. Like, there was no contact. Everybody was to stay at home. Like, the coronavirus really saved my butt. And so what I decided to do, and within this time, me and my husband was really struggling with our relationship, not really talking to each other. He really wasn't calling, checking in, making sure we was okay. And it was rough. I don't really want to go into too much detail on why I was so upset with him, but our living conditions, I'm just going to say it like this, our living conditions were not up to par, and I felt like he didn't really care. And it was partially his fault that we got evicted, because so my husband has a tendency to get tickets and not pay them and get his license suspended. And so he's went to jail before for missing a court date. And then this time he got pulled over for swerving. And of course, they took him to jail for driving on a suspended license. And he already had, because he drives for Amazon to deliver packages, he already had like 2 more court dates coming up. Then this happened. They took him to jail, so he had to go to court for that, had to bond him out and all of that crap. And then what happened? After he bonded out, instead of him paying the rent, he paid to get his driver's license back. So then we didn't have the money to pay the landlord, and so we got evicted. So that's pretty much what happened. And the rent is his responsibility, it's his bill, and he knows that. And so, and if he would have told me, like, I found out on a Saturday, so he went and got his license on that Friday. I didn't know he didn't pay the rent. I got a message from the landlord, which she never messages me. She always messages him. And then I found out we're like a month and a half behind. So we were behind for October, and he hadn't paid anything on November. So with that being said, I was just at the point where I was sick of him and his bullcrap anyway, like flirting with ladies online, and just like, it's just been a lot. And I have to go into that later. But it's just, our relationship has been on the rocks for a while. And I feel like if you're not happy, you should not be with somebody that you're not happy with, instead of dragging them along in your misery. And so instead of him paying the rent, he went back and paid for his driver's license, didn't tell me anything. And then I found out the day after I paid my rent at the salon. Like, my landlord could have waited on the rent for the salon. I could have gave her that money to catch up on October, and then we would have only owed November, and we wouldn't have had a move yet. And because he was just always being irresponsible, canceling blocks for Amazon and stuff like that, I just decided that I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. So when the opportunity presented itself for us to separate, I told him that he needed to take time to figure out if he still wanted to be married. So he stayed with his mom. And then even in that time, it was like he was taking some girl home. And the agreement was we wasn't going to be talking to nobody, none of that. And so, of course, he didn't hold up his end of the bargain. He claimed he was just taking her home and she's giving him gas money. But with your history and your track record, maybe you didn't do anything, but you didn't tell me about her either. And then you're in my face. I don't know what you've been doing, you know? And so we pretty much, when all the pandemic and everything happened, I told him that I didn't want to be by myself because the dude I was with was tripping because Coles got called. And then the Coles kept coming around. I thought he was going to come around and I didn't want to be by myself. So I told him that he needed to come and hang out with us until all this shit all this stuff blows over. And we just kind of been, I don't know, I guess everything just kind of, I don't know, we back together, I guess you could say. But this is the first time that in 10 years, I've been with him for 10 years. And March made 10 years. And so we've been married in September, 8 years we've been married, and we've been together for 10 years. And so, like, I really take my vows seriously. And I'm not saying he's sleeping around on me or anything, but when you're not being financially responsible, when you're flirting with other women, it's just as bad as sleeping with somebody in my eyes, because you would want me to do that to you. And so it's like, I just feel like a lot of growing up needs to be done. Counseling needs to be done. And I told him we still need to go to counseling. And if he don't want to go to counseling, then we're not going to stay married. And we literally signed a divorce papers throughout all this stuff. And then the court closed down. So we still together. I don't know what's going to happen. And I really don't want to think about that right now. I just want to focus on my business. I'm about to close my nail salon down at the end of July. And I'm going to try to transition into a mobile salon. Now, when our stimulus check came, back in July of last year, I found a place about an hour and 20 minutes away from where we currently live that is in a gated community of 1,100 acres, 9 lakes, very secluded, kind of, and like the closest Walmart is like an hour away. And so I just wanted to be somewhere where I didn't have to pay rent. I didn't have to worry about making a whole lot of money to survive. I just wanted to find a safe, quiet place where I didn't have to depend on anybody. And with my weight and my health and my back and everything I have going on, like, I can't do a lot. But doing nails has really saved me because I can sit and I can work and I can make money. And now I've started making custom t-shirts so I can sit and do that and make money. And then my hairline, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm trying to focus on building my brand, building myself up, and not really worrying about what he got going on right now, and just letting everything be. I'm not finna fuss. I'm not finna cuss. I'm not doing none of that no more. I'm over, like, trying to get somebody to do what they know they should do. If you've been with somebody for 10 years, you know what they like, you know what they don't like. And if you don't, then there's something wrong with you. And so I really just want to focus on my businesses. I want to focus on my weight. I bought some Tower Gardens. Y'all can Google that. And it's pretty much planting, and it's like an aquaponic system where instead of planting them in dirt, water gets pumped up and rained, and the water comes down over the roots of the plants, in turn watering them, and then you add nutrients to the water, and it helps your plants grow faster. You can harvest more. So I bought 3 of those, and I'm just trying to, like, eat healthier. So I'm gonna have a greenhouse. My mom has already started seedlings and stuff like that at her apartment. And then I'm trying to get me a shed out there so I can have more space to move around and do things. Right now, I just got my 2 kids, me and my husband. We have 3 dogs, but I gave my oldest dog, Coco, to my cousin today because I'm just like, I gotta focus. And 3 dogs is just too much. And, like, I'm really just trying to take better care of myself. And my business, the salon here, I'm going to shut the doors at the end of July. And hopefully I can transition into a mobile salon, or either I buy like a shuttle bus, mini bus, or whatever, and start to do my thing. And then as far as my health is concerned, with the greenhouse, I've also started taking these pills one of my clients got me on. So I'm going to see how that worked before I even really get into telling y'all about it. I guess you can look it up, Be Epic. I could put the link at the bottom, but I'm not really going to elaborate on the results right now because I'm still trying it out, and I'm not trying to like sell y'all nothing or anything until I know for a fact that it's something good before I start like trying to push it on people or ask people do they want it. I have done some sample packs, and so far a lot of the ladies like the energy that they get from the green pill. But I take all three, and it's really helped me with like energy throughout the day because I'm anemic, and so it helps with my energy level. It helps me with probiotics, so that helps with weight loss. And then you have the sleeping pill, and I know like with stress and everything I have going on, I don't sleep good. So when she gave me the 3-day sample, and I'm one of those people, I don't even like pills, but I really do have more energy to get things done. I have more mental clarity to get things done. And when you're overweight, you're sluggish. You're just tired. And then if you're not, you're faking the funk, trying to be energetic, trying to, drinking coffee or, energy drinks or whatever you got to do to try to get through the day. But I never like any of that stuff anyway. And so the pills that I'm taking really helps me with my energy. It helps me wind down at night, actually get some real sleep. And then when I wake up in the morning, I take my green pill. It helps knock that sleep off so I can get up and move around. And I feel like these past couple of weeks, I have been way more productive, and I can tell a difference. And I don't even like pills. I don't even like Tylenol. Like, I barely take medicine for headaches or anything. And so that's one thing I can say that's good. And so I'm just going to keep taking it and see if I get some results. And then if I do, I'll let you guys know. I am building my team. So if you all, I know that you're able to buy samples online. If you're local, you can get samples from me for free. But, or maybe I could do something where I can ship you a sample or something like that. But that's pretty much it, y'all. I just decided that I'm going to make this video. I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to upload it because I know y'all probably trying to figure out where I am, what I'm doing. I'll put my family YouTube page at the bottom. And I'm really just trying to heal my family and, believe in God for restoration in our relationship, And if it's meant for me and my husband to stay together, we will. And if not, then that'll happen too. So right now, I'm just taking one step at a time, one day at a time. And I'm just trying to get myself together. And I also had my meeting today. Me and my sister and my cousin, I reserved a space as a storage facility here that you use their conference room for free. So I decided, instead of being at the shop all the time, have a meeting somewhere else. So we went and had a 3-hour meeting. I'm going to do a photo shoot for my hairline because I want to have my own photos. And you also can follow me on Instagram at Sharon Nailed It, SHARON, and Nailed It, NAIL. EDIT. I was like, okay, I'm finna miss some letters. I knew it. But Sharon Nailed It, SHARON, NAILEDIT. There you go. And I also put it at the bottom too, because I was like, I know I'm about to leave out some letters. And sure enough I did. But and then I also have the Young Juniors Journey is our family page, and it shows like our land. So I literally had to get trees taken down. I had to get stumps pulled up, the ground leveled out. I had to get a light pole put in. I had to get the electrical done. Just so we could put our RV on it. There's no water, there's no septic, so everything's contained in the RV. We have to haul that off at the little dump station or whatever, and you have to just dump the waste and fill up the water tank. That's how that works with the RV, for those who don't know about it. And so, we have a shower, we have a stove, fridge, all that. You guys will, on my other page, you will see us gut it out, paint it. I'm gonna have to find somebody to do my floor, because I'm not even gonna try to mess that up. But once we move out there, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, because now since I have to stay here another month, I don't want to be driving back and forth. So I'm probably going to stay up here until the end of July and then move down there. He said the lights should be turned on hopefully tomorrow, if not next week. But I hope they turn it on. Hope they turn it on tomorrow so we can move. And you know, in this picture, you can't tell, but my hair is green and blue. I guess because of the light, it's like super dark. I don't even have no flashlight right now because I'm using my phone. Hold on. I hope y'all can see my hair. Yeah. I don't even know where my kid's phone is. But I've been using Mary Kay on my face, and so a lot of the discoloration starting to go away and getting a more even skin complexion. So my skin looks really good. So like I said, I'm working on self-care. So just keeping my hair done again because I was starting not to care. I went to tax school. I forgot to elaborate on that. I went to tax school starting in October. Then I finished and started. I worked this tax season, but a lot of things got cut short because of the virus and everything. So I didn't get to finish working good. Business is like super slow right now because of the virus. So look, it is what it is. And I'm just gonna keep doing me. It's like almost 12 o'clock in the morning and I'm about to go home. I've been working on shirts and stuff like that. And I'm taking a vacation this weekend for 4th of July. I just need to clear my head and get some perspective. I gotta write these contracts up for these models and stuff and go from there. I hope you guys have been doing well since the last time I spoke to you. But I'm really going to try to shake off this fear of being on, like putting myself out there. I just feel like people can be savages at times. But I just have to learn how to ignore the haters and just do what I do best. And that's just be me. And I know that I have a lot to offer people. I just have to put myself out there and just see what happens. So if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Or if you want to get on my Instagram, you can DM me personally. I can also put my email address up, my business email, if there's anybody who, any business inquiries or just want to talk. I'm here. I'm an open book. If you have any questions that you don't want to ask down below, peace, love, and I love you guys. Have a good July 4th. Represent us to the fullest. I know we're blacking out on July 4th. And so everybody just be safe. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.